Hi everyone, in this video we'll look at how to do the basic structure of Sprang. Now, what we've got here is 20 pairs of warp threads. I've used red because it's easier to see on camera. And what you can see is that at the top we've got one set of twists which we set up when warping, and we have a mirror image of them at the bottom. And if I put my finger in where that central safety line is, you can see I'm creating a shed in between the front and the back threads. Now, in Sprang, what we do is we take each pair of threads and then we're going to manipulate them and twist them around. Now, if I look at this pair here and I just twist like this, you can see that I'm not going to create a fabric as such. So what I want to do is take the threads from this pair and twist them with the next pair here. Now, in Peter Collingwood's descriptions, he describes this as a plait row. And basically what we are doing is we are offsetting our threads so that instead of a pair twisting with itself, we're going to twist with the neighbour. Now, what I'm going to do is use my right hand here and grab two threads from the back. So the first thread, the second thread, and pull them to the front. And then I'm going to drop one thread from the front to the back and hold it in place with that finger. And in the notation, this is described as 2, 1. Now I've offset, I can just do one across all the way. So what I do is I grab one from the back, drop one from the front. One from the back, drop one from the front. So this is 1, 1 structure. And I just do that all the way across. One of the reasons for only having 20 threads is so I don't spend the whole time working my way across, because that's a bit uninteresting to watch. Now, when I get to the other edge, I'm going to have an odd number of threads because of the offset. So what I'm going to do is at this edge here, I've got 2 at the front and 1 at the back. So I'm going to grab that 1 at the back and drop the 2 from the front. So this is a 1, 2. Then I push those twists up there firmly, and I'm going to push them down at the bottom as well. Now to do that, I'll have to undo my safety line here. Now you must always keep something in the shed, either a safety line, a knitting needle, your hand, whatever. But if you don't, everything comes undone. So now I'm pushing the twists down to the bottom. Now I'll put my safety line back in there. Next step is the row which Peter Collingwood describes as a overplait row. And this is basically, we're going to return all the threads to their original position. So we would describe this as 1, 1 all the way across. 1 from the back, 1 from the front. So I take 1 from the back. Now with my front ones, there are actually 2 here because of how I started before. And I make sure that I take the one from the right-hand side so it goes back to its original position. I drop that from the front to the back. Then I grab one from the back, drop from the front. And I do that 1, 1 all the way across. And what we can see is that the threads have done a little zigzag and they're returning to their original position. Now, as I do this, I make sure that I keep all of my threads lined up in the right position. And I go all the way across. And when I get to the edge on the left-hand side, I'm going to finish with 1, 1 again. And I make sure that I'm getting the threads from the correct position. So 1 from the back, 1 front, back, front. And then I push my twists all the way back up to the top, I undo my safety line in the middle and I push them down to the front. And that's our 2 basic rows. Now, we can continue to do these, or we can then start to introduce some other features instead, which I will continue with later.